Hey man, happy Thursday. So imposter syndrome is certainly something I have felt in the past because as someone who runs communities, there is a certain amount of respect afforded to me by the members of the community because I help run it, manage it, help coordinate. And as such, people see me as someone who matters more than your average user, which I still can't get my head around. I've never been able to get my head around being treated any differently to anybody else just because I put more effort into a place, because I want to make it a place other people can exist freely and happily. And of course, there was a time I was attending an LA party in the Hollywood Hills after VidCon, which I also felt a bit out of place. Like, I shouldn't really be here. I haven't really done much to deserve being here, and yet here I am enjoying the company of some quite famous YouTubers, although I've covered that before. But in a similar vein today, I want to talk about being reminded of things that are important. And this, to me, comes in the form of my smartwatch. Yeah, I know, sounds weird, it's just a piece of technology, but it's what's on this piece of technology that means a lot to me. So I have an app that sets my background to 9 different pictures, and it's what's in those pictures that reminds me of the things I've done and the people who matter. As you can see, it's a bit of a patchwork of various colours, but the 9 pictures are as follows. The first picture is during one of our many gatherings in Hereford between me and a bunch of my friends that I met online. The second one was of course taken during the podcast I was a part of along with Ashens last year. Photo number 3 was taken somewhere in the Peak District when I was out there with Brendan Ellis and Nicholas Coover when he came over from the US. Fourth picture is of course Eustace scaring Courage from Courage the Cowardly Dog with his evil tiki mask. That reminds me is one of my favourite TV shows even now. This middle image is basically one of the first pictures I knocked up together in editing software. It's basically me being galaxy brain. It's kind of representative of how I like to think. I think about the world and I'm constantly amazed by it. The 6th one is an interesting little story because during my birthday celebrations when we were all in Hereford last year, one of my friends, Josh, decided to take a child's placemat and there was some little crayons with it. So he drew me a very lovely picture of me being depressed at being 30. He even signed it. Isn't that nice? Picture number 7 is, of course, of Ashens, the emblem of Ashens, the guy who I've come to work with on his live streams over the last year and I really love working with. Picture number 8 is my all-time favourite TV show growing up. It meant so much to me growing up because it was one of the few things I had access to growing up because we didn't have Sky or satellite television. We just had old VHS tapes which contained 1 or 2 episodes of Count Duckula, the vampire duck who's a vegetarian. And of course, picture 9, we see beloved Drut with a foam bat. Drut, of course, was from the old Stop Clay animation TV show Trapdoor, which was around in the 80s, I think, in the UK. The reason that's there is less about the TV show it's come from and more down to the fact that Drut has kind of become my emblem for my YouTube career because he's evil-looking, scary, unusual, kind of describes my entire YouTube career. So there are just some things that matter to me that I keep very close at all times on my wrist. Have a great day, keep mattering, and I'll see you on Monday.